Hey everybody, this is Tom at Talent Guitar Works, and today we've got a treat. My buddy John from the band Strut came in yesterday and we shot a video to demo the Model Electronics AA 1164 Fender 12-watt Princeton Reverb kit for the amplifier that I built this summer. Now, number one disclaimer, I'm not an amp builder. I'm also not an amp repair guy or a tech. I do have the skill set to be able to solder, follow instructions, and work with adult supervision, which in this case was telephonically from my buddy Stosh, who was up north this summer, and he is an amp repair guy and builder, and he is a retired IBEW electrician. So he kept me from getting electrocuted along with all the warnings in the manual. Now, why do I say that? Well, a Class A amplifier like these, up on the stage, can electrocute you even unplugged. Now, if that's unnerving, maybe building an amplifier kit isn't for you, but I assure you, if you follow all the instructions, you shouldn't get zapped. So, why the AA 1164? Well, it was the most popular studio recorded amplifier of the 60s and 70s. And the only amp that came close to it was the Fender Deluxe Reverb, which is going to be the next type of amplifier kit I built. And that's going to be interesting. Now, why was this so popular? Well, it's got great sound. It's 27 pounds. You could carry it in one hand and your guitar case in another, in and out of the studio, navigate stairways, doorways, other people, elevators, and just make one trip in and out of your car. I couldn't make one trip today if I was going to go play out someplace. So that's just phenomenal. It also had some built-in effects. It's got a tremolo that has a speed knob and an intensity knob to dial it in, and it's also got reverb on it. Now we're talking back in the days where there weren't massive pedal boards, and the Edge from U2 would have been lost without that stuff, right? I'm just kidding, he's a great guitar player. All right, so moving on. The studios had most of those effects in rack units already, and I'm talking about limiters, compressors, noise gates, and rooms that were used as reverb tanks. Even in the case of like Abbey Road Studios, I think it was like a 12 by 12 room that housed the reverb tank. So all that stuff was available to the studio, but not necessarily the individual musician at the time or guitar player. So that's why we built this. Now, the next amplifier that I build will be the StewMac. Why the StewMac? Well, one of my buddies said, hey man, you're not going to do the StewMac amp? That's got the most accurate circuit, is what they say. Well, the reason I didn't do it first was this. The StewMac amp is 15 watts, and the Model Electronics kit is 12 watts. And I thought the 12-watt version was the one that was the most reported. And I'm still doing research into that, but my buddy Stosh said, hey, just changing a couple filter caps could have gotten the additional 3 watts. And, you know, it's worth checking out and be interesting. So we're going to build this kit next. We're going to do a direct amp-to-amp comparison on video. I will give my opinion, but not suggestions. Why? Because all guitar players are different, just like all amplifiers are different. And you may hear something in one that you didn't hear in the other that endears you to building that amp versus this amp. That's all there is to it. Educated consumers are way cool. So right now we're going to listen to John. The signal chain is the Mexican Stratocaster with the bullet truss rod with the Marzio SSLs in it, direct into the AA 1164, being recorded ambiently through an iPad. This is a low-rent show here. We are a repair shop for guitars, not a studio for YouTube necessarily. So without further ado, here's John. This is John tuning up He's going to play through this Mod Electronics amp kit. This is a AA 1164 Princeton Reverb and 12 watts. So John, hit it.
Let's try a little more reverb. Can't have enough reverb.
It starts breaking up around 7, and just read off what you got all dials set on right now.
I got the treble on 6, I got the bass on about 4.5. I was just playing around with that reverb, kind of like that reverb with that intensity on there.
yesterday, so it's gonna go out of tune a couple times, at least.
Try it without the reverb. Intensity. That'd be good for a small room. Like it. Sounds good, Charles.
All right, this is John Greene. John's gonna be playing with the band Strut, the Rotunda V, on September 13th.
Be there, be square.
That's over here in Englewood, Florida. So
All right.
we're gonna shut this thing down. So you like the amp?
I like the amp and I like the rack too.
All right, now this is the Mod Electronics 12 volt double A 1164. For everybody out there that says, well, you should try the one from StewMac.
What's this?
Yeah, we're gonna. This is the 1164 that's 15 watts from StewMac. The kit came in. We're gonna be building this one out and we're gonna do a direct comparison between Mod Electronics and StewMac, except for the fact that they're two different wattages. So all you StewMac guys out there, relax, we'll get to it.
How many watts is this?
This one's 50,
What's this?
12. Ooh. Ooh.
50 better than 12.
And, you know, most amplifiers, by changing filter caps and transformers, usually just filter caps, I was told, you could get a couple more watts out of them. I am not an amp tech. I'm a hobbyist amp builder, and I have a guy who does it professionally who helps me out. So stay tuned. And John's holding that rack. One of my distributors just had that available, and I bought one. And it's that 70s distortion sound from so many great albums back then. Same thing. The Fender Princeton Reverb, if you don't know about it, it was in more recordings than probably any other amplifier out there, except for maybe the black-faced deluxe reverb. And, you know, the Wrecking Crew, Tedesco, all those guys were playing through these, and it was a staple in the studios. And it's that sound you grew up listening to if you're my age. You know, I'm in my 60s, so us old guys, Now, we'll get into high gain amps at some point down the line, but I'm not really a high gain guy. But anyway, this is Tom from Talent Guitar Works. Not all my ideas are any good. You got to decide which half. I didn't like that. All right, how did you like that? Now, part of that video may have included the Proco Rat with the heavy distortion that John was also trying out while he was here, and he wound up taking that home with him. So that was a good thing. He did pay me for it first. Now, John's and the band Strut, they're going to be playing at the Rotunda V in East Englewood, Florida on the 13th of September from 6 to 10 p.m. So if you're out here in this section of the state, the Port Charlotte, Sarasota, Arcadia, Punta Gorda area, it wouldn't be a far trip for you to go out and see them. They're a rocking blues band, four-piece. All the guys in it are great guys. Go check them out. Tell them Tom said to say hello. And let me know what you think of the AA 1164 build. Remember, only half my ideas are any good. You have to decide which half.